not born to be a criminal, but system make me to become as the court look at me today, they say I'm a criminal.
Well, a lot of people see Issa as a savior since he was the last leader.
The fact of the matter is, he's an RAF. So I think he has to suffer the greatest penalty.
It's really interesting to remember how people reacted to us coming to their homes in Freetown. Depending on where you lived, your experience during the Civil War was different. Whether you were someone who was in an area that was largely controlled by one faction or another, that spelled out what your allegiances were, because in some cases, those groups were your protector, where on another part of the country, they were the people that were killing entire villages.
Sometimes just it comes out in the rhetoric of these trials and the language of good and evil is thrown around. And as a prosecutor, your job is one thing, and that's to focus on the evidence. And there really is no place for you to look at these people and decide that person is good or bad. But ultimately, at the end of the day, somebody like Issa Sese, I have no idea what's in this man's heart. I think there's evidence that he was a complete opportunist. And the peace deal, when you look at the peace negotiations, it was purely because he wanted to become what he viewed as a position of power in Sierra Leone. And his lifeline of support from Liberia had run out. But then there's another, an alternative view that he actually did see what was happening and did make efforts to try to restrain what was going on, the most excessive aspects of the conflict.
Like General Issa Sese.
Yes.
Now man way, if they don't do bad, but they say in the other way, it bring calm peace. But that bad way we don't do before, then it bring calm peace. Then two scale, if they scale them, who side way then go put them.
I mean, I was really personally impacted by going to some of the outreach screenings that the special court did, where they would show videos and where a lot of folks in remote parts of the country, and even in Freetown itself, have really no idea what's going on day to day in the court. And for a lot of reasons, they have their lives, but also that some of them don't have basic things like electricity or access to television. And this is their first time seeing what's going on. And this is something that everyone has gone through. Everyone lived through the Civil War. Everyone knows who all the people that are indicted, what their names are, and varying degrees what they did. But they felt, a lot of it felt really divorced from their everyday reality. The building, the special court itself, it looks like a spaceship that just landed in the middle of a capital in shambles. That's sometimes the way I felt, walking through, this place that was so incredibly well-intentioned and has done, a lot of amazing things. But it also felt like you were entering the walls of a compound and it was one world inside and there was another world outside. And though the court was arguably and certainly on the mission to, serve the people of Sierra Leone, it felt like there was still a disconnect.
My biggest regret being on the prosecution side was that we were not able to indict and try some of the business actors that were associated with this conflict. Within the diamond trade, within the arms trafficking trade and things like this. This was something I hope that people that watch the film come away from. Don't think that we weren't cognizant of this. I was very cognizant of it. And to this day, there are efforts still being made outside of the context of the special court to go after, in some capacity, some of these people that made a lot of money on this country and got away with it.
Farmers are more concerned to see that the money being spent to try Issa Sese should be better spent to rebuild their lives.
The issues in Sierra Leone, as in many post-conflict regions, are far-reaching. I mean, there's basic infrastructure issues, dependable roads, transportation. People should just be aware that of mitigating the expectations of what these courts should be able to do, and that's really hold individuals innocent or guilty for certain crimes, and not much else. They shouldn't be mechanisms to write history. They shouldn't be expected to be mechanisms to solve a country's problems. They're incredibly important, but they have a very specific role to fill, and the way in which they are run and governed is a work in progress. My name is Francisco Bello. I'm the producer and editor of the film War Done Done, and you're watching AfroPoP, the ultimate cultural exchange on World Channel.